Well, ladies and gentlemen, who are not so gentle these days. Assalamu alaikum, Pakistan. I am your host, Munib Hamid. And welcome back to another episode of the Almost Serious Show, the only show where the news is real, but the reactions are almost serious. And I mean, it gets confusing sometimes that, the news is so serious that we can't get serious. And the news sometimes is not so non-serious that you got to be serious. So it's just confused. Anyways, today's episode is special because Pakistan has once again unlocked a new level in its favorite video game, IMF, Return of the Tranche. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan and the IMF are back with another chapter in their never-ending love saga. So at this point, it's less economic partnership and more toxic situationship. So buckle up. IMF in Pakistan, a love story that never ends. So Pakistan just got another $1.2 billion loan from the IMF. And at this point, Pakistan and the IMF are in a financial relationship. This is a situationship that Pakistan and IMF are. And I wish the Pakistani government took steps to eradicate the corruption report that the IMF presented to Pakistan, but no action has been taken against that. But $1.2 billion have been taken more from the IMF. So every few months, the IMF is like, hey, you up? And Pakistan replies, yes. Also, can you send me money? Like Pakistan government has become Sabah. 25 रुपए लोन वाली वो याद है कि मैं अस्पताल में हूँ और मेरी बेटी या मैं बहुत मुश्किल में हूँ मुझे 50 रुपए का लोन भेज दे मुझे 25 रुपए का लोन भेज दे. The situation of the Pakistani government and the IMF has become like that. It is the Sabah relationship, we can call it. And the IMF board sat down, looked at Pakistan's economy, took a deep breath and said, all right, one last time. They've said this 23 times, by the way, one last time. जैसे हम लोग गुनाह करने से पहले कहते हैं बस ये आखिरी बार गुनाह करूंगा इसके बाद नहीं करूंगा. And then we continue to do it. So they're giving $1 billion under the EFF, $200 million under the RSF, totaling $3.3 billion so far. And bro, at this point, the IMF has funded Pakistan more consistently than half the country's relatives who promised to send money from, Dubai. And the official IMF statement always sounds the same. We commend Pakistan for its economic reforms, on which our ministers tweet with Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah. IMF has praised us. What IMF really means is thank you for doing the bare minimum so we can justify giving you more money. So it's like a teacher giving a kid a gold star for finally showing up to class on time. Meanwhile, the entire country reacts to each IMF tranche like it's a PSL finale. Yes, we got the billion. Let's go. Sir, what's happening? It's a loan. You have to give it back. But hey, $1.2 billion is still $1.2 billion. And if it keeps getting the lights on, the rupee breathing, and the economy from collapsing like a Jenga tower in an earthquake, we'll take it. Pakistan and IMF, the longest running series in South Asia, even longer than the Turkish dramas we keep importing. Only a few we did. And, just for shock, Pakistan government is acquiring $1.2 billion and Netflix just bought Warner Bros. For $85 billion, and that's a private company. God. Anyways, Shehbaz Sharif announces 100 megawatt solar project now. Gwadar and Gilgit-Baltistan finally getting light right. So PM Shehbaz has approved a 100 megawatt solar project for Gwadar and Gilgit-Baltistan, which means bijli aa bhi jaye to please chali na jaye. He said electricity must be cheap, clean, and uninterrupted. And we've been hearing this for the past 3 decades. Pakistanis heard uninterrupted and said, aha, ye hamare liye new word hai. Gwadar disruptions already reduced by 42%, which is Pakistan's version of a miracle. Short-term plans are 9.7 megawatts solar for government buildings. Long-term plan is 40 megawatts project for, to stabilize Gwadar forever. Electricity demand rising 30% soon. And so the government is finally acting like, chalo bhai, solar laga do, warna log hame hi charge laga denge. And progress is slow, but at least it's happening. So Punjab's big fat wedding crackdown, one dish, zero mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, Punjab has finally declared war, not on inflation, not on electricity bills, not on traffic, war on wedding food. And I have no idea why is there an obsession with wedding foods and not the corruption which is happening in the country is a priority. Why don't the government fix the corruption, the institutes, rather than going and, imposing certain laws at weddings कि भाई आप 3 dish नहीं कर सकते, 2 dish नहीं कर सकते. और भाई यहाँ पे bureaucrats are eating the whole parat. उसके ऊपर focus नहीं है, लेकिन we're going to focus on the weddings. And the Punjab government has launched a full-on crackdown against the marriage halls, breaking the sacred one-dish policy, timing rules, and the national sport of Pakistan, loudspeaker overuse. So the results so far have been 14 marriage halls have been sealed, 9 people have been arrested, 562 ventures inspected, 150,000 rupees in fines, and approximately 900,000 aunties emotionally traumatized because their cousin ka beta ki shadi kya biryani got cancelled. Deputy Commissioner Syed Musa Raza said, "We're monitoring everything." And the translation means, beta, agar one dish se zyada hua, hum bhi aa jayenge. But for sealing, not eating. So night squads are now patrolling weddings. That's right. Authorities say crackdown will ensure public order, peaceful environment, and most importantly, that no one can sneak in 5 extra dishes. Sirf family walon ke liye. And Punjab government, strict, focused, unstoppable. Your shadi playlists are stopped. Your buffet dreams are crushed. Your uncle who always asks, biryani kab khulegi? Arrest risk is quite high. And I think good news for Imran Khan. Adiala gets a rupees 450 million park. Finally, something there is not related to jail. I got you there. Ladies and gentlemen, big news from Adiala. And Adiala does not necessarily mean the Adiala jail. So Adiala is a location, it is a locality in Pindi. So, and the jail is somewhere in Adiala. So that's why it's called Adiala jail. So Adiala is like commercial, or it's like Sadr, or it's like, some other part in Lahore, maybe, So it's not necessarily linked with the jail, just for information. So we've got big news from Adiala, and no, it's not about the jail for once. So PHA has announced a massive recreational project worth rupees 450 million, creating a brand new family park packed with so many activities that even Islamabad's F9 park is now feeling insecure. So according to PHA, DG Ahmed Hassan Ranja Kardi, sorry, this is DG Ahmed Hassan Ranja Sahab. The park will include jogging and cycling tracks, open air gym, mini golf indoor games hall, cricket and football zones, tennis courts, ATV tracks, skating rink, water pond and zip line, paintball, kids play area, cafes, Adiala residents night now. हमें यकीन है ये भी timeline wala dream hai, like Rawalpindi Ring Road, I think. Officials say the goal is to give rural Rawalpindi families modern recreational options to, close home, which is perfect because previously the only entertainment in Adiala was visiting relatives in jail or eating samosas outside the jail. So it was all linked with the jail. So now PHA says they're using all available resources to make this project perfect. 79-year-old Tharparkar teacher, another news, has become a lawyer in Tharparkar. A 79-year-old legend, retired teacher, Sikh Ram Das, just completed his law degree from Karachi University. Yes, 79. So most people at that age are fighting cholesterol, So this man fought law exams. Wow. And he enrolled at the age of 74, graduated at 79, and became the final boss of lifelong learning. His goal, to help people in his area with land and legal issues, basically becoming the lawyer every village desperately needed but never had. So this man has 9 children, taught his whole life, and still decided to start a new career. And meanwhile, Pakistani youth at 22, भाई मुझे lives समझ नहीं आ रही. 79-year-old Sikh Ramdas, beta, I'm starting my second career, and his story proves it. It's never too late to learn, grow, or become the hero your community needs. A true inspiration and a reminder that degrees aren't about age. They're about courage, patience, and a lot of chai. Wow, so much has happened today in Pakistan, and something positive which is coming out of Adiala. This is something really positive, guys. And well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up another roller coaster episode of the Almost Serious Show. Today, we learned that Pakistan and the IMF have the healthiest unhealthy relationship in South Asia. Gwadar and GB might finally stop blinking like a weak fairy light. Punjab has declared war on your shadi biryani. Adiala is getting a park. That's not depressing. And a 79-year-old becoming a lawyer. If Pakistan were a Netflix show, today's episode would be titled Chaos, Loans and Biryani, the usual. I'm Munib Hamid signing off from the Almost Serious Show. See you tomorrow night. Have a good night. Good night. Allah Hafiz.